Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy Cees. If you tapped into the stream earlier today, you would have made some money. Let's just put it that way. That's how I'm gonna open it up. Sauce. Yo, leave your trade open. We started streaming today. It's the first live stream we've had. So the schedule is gonna look like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every week at 2 p.m. We're gonna be doing the New York session and trading some of these indices because they're very volatile and they move in the days. So over the course of the stream, we normally stream for about an hour and a half. It is possible that you can make some money. I wanted to make a video real quick just to break down what it was that we saw this morning and what it has eventually turned out to. So right now we can see it is 4 minutes past 8 in the evening, and this is NAS right now. We started the stream at I think about 2:20, 2:25 earlier today in the afternoon. So around these times here, we'd just kind of broken out of what I considered a slow downwards trend. One of the key things I was looking at from the start of the day anyway was 100% this little guy here. So we see this big kind of gravestone forming right here off of this resistance zone. Now the resistance zone is marked out. As we can see, we've been in a ranging market in the long term. I think this is quite ill structured, so let's start from the top down, as you should with your analysis. So this was Friday, how we closed out. We saw that the actual market itself closed with a bearish pin bar, so we had big rejection away from these highlighted zones. So this is the daily, and we finished with a bearish pin bar. Now normally after a bearish pin bar, especially in a retracement movement, this candle signifies continuation. If you were tapping in to your candlestick bible, you will know that. If you don't know what a candlestick bible is, well then I feel sorry for you. So anyway, the bearish pin bar forms and that signifies continuation. So at the start of today, well, when I got into trading early today, we saw that the candle itself was actually all the way up here. Now I wish I would have pressed record on the stream so I could have done like and clicked the image and showed you exactly where the candle was when we were checking it earlier, but we were all the way up here at the top of this little shaded zone, and we were able to highlight that shaded zone based on areas that we'd had consolidation or rejection from in the middle of this range before. So you can see here we've formed almost a gravestone, more of a pin bar here on the 4-hour time frame before. So we've rejected and fell away from these positions, so it was quite obvious to me that we were going to continue and turn around at that point if we saw enough confluence in terms of the trend turning around at this point in the lower time frame. So now we look at the 1-hour time frame. So we come down from the daily to the 4-hour to the 1-hour. You can see how much more information it is giving us, and again this blue highlighted zone, as you can see, price has turned around and sold off at this point once. Again, we have rejection, we don't even reach it here, but we push away, and then here we exceed it, big pin bar away from this big shaded blue area, and we sell off, retest, and then full sell off. Look at this candle right here, this whole hour full of selling. That's what we were hoping for, a repeat of this. Now one technical analysis in terms of identifying patterns. I can see like a head and shoulder development here, which is something I was highlighting in the stream. So we have like the left shoulder coming through here. I guess price comes down to about this point. Then we create the head, and then again right shoulder gets formed at that point. So what I was looking was for this downward sell, this downward sell movement for the rest of today, and of course you can see we 100% got it. So it was a really clean entry as we scope in now from the 1-hour to the 15 minutes, splitting the 1 hour into 4 pieces of candle, or 4 candles. When we were looking at the market, we were pushing right up here, and I was saying to everyone in the stream, in the higher time frames right now, we've just made such a big buying candle, but after a gravestone doji, and it was a it was a pin bar off of the moving average. So for me, once I saw this, I was really confused by this buy up, but I was patient. I understood that maybe this is just manipulation, and then having to identify that this zone was commonly like touched or reached before we actually sell off. I was patient until the interaction happened, and I did warn everyone in the stream that if we make contacts with this blue shaded area and we see some rejection, then expect price to turn around from here. So we go in and can look at that again around 2:30 where price is most volatile. It shoots up, we get these pin bars away from. So this was number one confirmation for me to get into a sell in the immediate, and this is the 1 minute time frame. So this is where you can make a quick entry, and you can go for a short amount of pips. So from here you can go grab yourself 30 pips, 20 pips. So that's giving me the intentions that price is going to move back down, even if it's not going to compete the lows. In the 1 minute right now, I could scalp for, let's say, I don't even know how many pips it is. I could scalp for, there's 10 pips, there's 20 pips, There's 20, 30 pips, almost 28, 30 pips is around here. But let's talk about people probably entering from when we were starting to talk. So we were looking around here. This bearish engulfing happens after this pin bar, so that's good confluence, right, in the 1 minute. That's good confluence in the 1 minute. So you can go and have the resistance as your stop loss. You're accepting to lose £13. Oh shit, we already achieved TP. Bro, will the market slow down for me? I know it's gonna sell, but just slow down for a sec. Quite simply, quite easy to this zone right here was 53 pips, and I know we achieved that on stream live. So some people that came in managed to catch that trade there. And we also had dojis, which again confirms at the top of this upwards movement that there's consolidation, indecision, and someone needs to take control of the market. We reapproach that blue shaded zone. Again, we have another pin bar, and price moves off down to the downside. Now, once we'd continued to move down here, we'd started the bearish trend, in my opinion. We've broken the lows, so this was our most recent low, and once that had been broken, which we can see it is achieved at this point, when we come down and we see some rejection, the first bit of rejection happens here, and that's why we shaded it, just to make sure we can see that this is actually occurring in a bearish trend. So as this was happening throughout the stream, we sold off, we retraced back upwards. If you actually look quite close at it, this was just simple swing points. If you analyze swing points properly today, you would have made a lot of money just off of that alone. So if we just see that interaction here where price buys back up to where the old support zones were and is actually rejected from it, and then we impulse away, so we can clearly see that this movement here was an impulse. Then there's a short retracement right here, it touches that old support zone, acts as resistance, and then we get another huge impulse away from here. Now once we reach this zone, we get a big pin bar, so that indicates yes, get out of the trade. This one would have been a bit deceiving. You'd have been maybe a bit nervous around these times, but maybe stop losses in profit at that point will make you a lot more secure and able to take a breath as a trader. Again, your management of your trade is the most important thing. Your technical analysis can be great, but if you don't manage the trade properly, you're not going to really make a lot of money over time and be consistent. So if you just caught the trend, the bearish trend, you'd have had a happy day. Again, when we buy back up in these instances, we expect this to be a swing point here, but we just retest and almost double top, and then we fall away again. The trend takes over naturally, and it's just that consistent formation of we're just making lower lows each time. We continue right down to here, we make this low, and then it's consolidation period where we get, everyone goes to lunch, everyone gets a bit bored, everyone's made a lot of money here, so not too asked, and then we get these big sell-offs. Lower lows are still forming. We're still in this bearish trend, and it's just been follow the trend for the rest of the day. Likelihood of it's continuing to sell, if it surpasses this shaded zone here, again this is the daily chart, so this is quite a lot of distance, but if it does surpass this zone, we still have this trend line to bear in mind. Price buying up from here, and we do match that up with quite far back. So again, two valid touches on the trend line, and we can see price maybe sell down towards it. We can see it touching around here at 11,500 maybe potentially, and it respect trend line, and then we can see it bounce up and continue to make higher highs. One of the reasons why I backed NAS selling so much today was because of this higher time frame, the daily time frame to be exact. We were actually earlier today up here with the value. We can see right now in this day we have 1 hour 45 minutes left until it closes. But this value was actually up here when we got into trades earlier today. So having the bearish pin bar right before it encourages me to think, well, price is in a retracement movement. This signifies continuation. It is a continuation candle. So from here, I expected price at this level. Really, if you're not going to compete with highs, what are you going to do? You're going to sell off. It's actually the continuation. So from the top of the range here all the way testing to what I would believe to be the swing point. So we can go ahead and highlight exactly that point there, but this for me has to be the swing point if this is going to be a bullish trend that breaks higher than this high, which in the long term is what this market will tend or should be doing. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna lie, today we ate. Today we really ate. We got a full meal, 330 pips. Now for my traders that know how much that is, especially in this market, it was a good day. Let's put it that way. We had a good day in NAS, simple as that. But let's continue to stay on top of the technical analysis and on top of the news to make us some more money and continue to build the community. So shout out yourself if you're watching the video. Again, if you liked the content and you learned something in today's video, give it a like and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I'll do more videos like this, just breaking stuff down, and it'll help you. I might even go over some strategies and all that types of stuff, you know, do that YouTube thing. So yeah, if you want to get on the live streams, you know where they're at, Twitch. I'm gonna link them in the bottom. Do your thing. You should be trading. If you're not trading, you're hating. Bye.